Yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. And please, if you have not yet put a notification bell, please put a notification bell so that actually you don't miss out on some of these videos that will be coming directly to your screen. Big up and much respect to all of you who have actually been in position to support this, this platform, wholeheartedly. I really appreciate and big up and big up and big up and much appreciation to all of you, my good people. I would also want to take this opportunity to welcome all our new subscribers in this platform. Please feel at home, have a conversation with the people in the chat. Feel free, here we always expresses our opinion, and always also, we try to get each other in this platform. So much respect and thank you so much for actually joining this platform, and I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Thank you so much, and may you stay in this platform with peace. So in today's video, we are going to actually to have a very interesting discussion. And in our discussion today, we are actually going to have a conversation, towards, on the birthday of the princess, the mwango, is what we are going to have a conversation, today about. And also, we are going to have a little conversation about the travel commando and all these kind of issues that are actually happening in the village. Thank you so much, and please, let's start this video. In life, people who have will always want to help. Just like the travel commando, he has been in position to help a lot of people in this village of theirs of Nyabohansi. And he has been doing it with a very clear heart. And I can assure you that all this can be seen on camera, on the videos that he has been in position to post on his platform. And the travel commando have really done a lot. For example, he was able to construct the house to Mama Ann, of which some of them right now, they are not appreciative. Like the girl there, she's called what? I even don't want to get her name so much in my head because she has a lot of issues. She's a kind of a person who actually does not see the future. She does not. And right now, according to my observation, the channel of Ant's Journey is actually doing so well than the main channel. Reason being, people have been in position to see that actually Ant's Journey has sense. She's still a young girl, but she talks with maturity, unlike the big one who want to open her mouth. She's too much into this kind of infighting. Her mind is already polluted. And really big up to Ant's Journey. I really see, unless some individuals are going to influence her, but I really see her like she's a young girl who has a future. And don't be surprised, because I actually see that she's very confident. She's very confident, and she can become also, a traveler. You never know. It is very possible that she can actually become a traveler, because she has confidence in her. Unlike the elder one, who is just, I look at her like she's just somebody who just like, like these women who like quarreling in the villages. Any smaller thing, when they go to the bar hall, they start fighting in the bar hall. She's the elder one. The way I look at her, she has that character of, primitivity. She has, I really don't see anything good in her. I want to say, I prefer saying things the way they are. You know, I really, really prefer saying things the way they are. I even her name is not in my head right now. You know, her name is not there. But the way I actually see her, she's like these girls or these women who are in the villages who want to show other women like, you know, they are on top of everything. They can handle any situation. And when problem comes, I can assure you, you will see their heads being like this. If she's not wise, that platform of hers will not go anywhere. I can assure you. The platform of Anne's journey is going to overshadow that platform of Mama Anne's family. Why? The reason why that it is very, very possible that can happen, it is because of the character of a person who is running the family channel. The character. Her behavior is not a behavior of a person who is actually, I don't know how to call it. You know, there are these groups of people, you know, who are actually, they can easily socialize. When you look at Anne's journey, she can easily socialize and she can balance up. You know, she can actually try to balance up to fit almost everywhere. Even when the family is trying to talk so badly about the travel commando and the entire family, Anne's journey try, you know, to balance up these two families. You know, these two families. The person who is actually balancing the relationship here is Aunt's journey, not the elder daughter to Mama Aunt. I want to make it very, me, I don't like really sanitizing things. I want actually to speak things the way they are. So the main platform, if the elder daughter continue running it the way she's running it, that channel, you know, it is the rate of growing, it is going to deteriorate. And Aunt's journey, it is going to take over. Very true. Me, I want to say it, even if she's to watch this video, later watch, but I want to tell her the truth. You know, she's a kind of, she's too proud of herself. Very, very proud. Even when she does not have, she want to show like she's too much, she's proud of herself, she's not swinging around. Let me tell you, you know, being humble pays. It's the truth. You know, you see, there is no need for you to be jumping like a frog. You know, every time you are jumping. When there is chaos, you are there jumping. You are calling the so-called the lion. You are having the interview. And you actually forget where you have come from. You know? And you forget where exactly you have come from. Last time I played the video here. I played a video. You can even check. There is a video where there is a clip, you know, a clip that I was showing how actually Mama Ann's family was before the travel commando coming out to help that family. You know, I played that video here. You see, there are individuals who think internet forgets. Internet cannot forget. You know, so actually, there are individuals, they get too excited when they see good things. Too excited. And you actually forget where you came from. You forget where the real foundation of your family started from. When you look at right now views in the two channels, Aunt's Journey and Mama Aunt's Family, Aunt's Journey YouTube platform is actually doing so well. It's doing so well. What is affecting the main platform of Mama Ann's family is a frog who is there, who is, you know, she's jumping. When she sees a problem, she's rushing to the so-called the lion, Kintu. You see her rushing, making videos to those people. And she actually forgets where, you know, the foundation of the family. You know, let me tell you, you can have a problem with your neighbor. You know, But the solution is not you going to talk about your neighbor with another neighbor. That's not the solution. The solution is you approach your neighbor and you talk and you have, you harmonize the issue, the problem. But when you hear a problem, you hear of something, and you start jumping, you are everywhere. You want to show people that you are in charge of the entire family. You are the one who knows how to handle issues in a very, very wrong way. Lack of education and lack of exposure is actually what is affecting that girl. Me, I want to speak it the way it is. Because these are the challenges that she's actually facing. Then you say, is this individuals coming out, blaming the travel commando, talking issues? Let me tell you, always in life, a problem will start with you. And it will spread. Because if you have, for example, if your wife and your wife and the husband at home, every time you have problems, you as a wife, you are going to tell a neighbor. Every time you have a problem, you go and tell your neighbor. Or you as a man of the family, every time you have a problem with your wife, you go and tell your friends. That such a family will not stand. It will not stand. Every time you are jumping like a frog, every time you are jumping, you are not settling. So you are going to be jumping like a frog up to when? And when are you going to settle? When are you actually going to settle? You see, there sometimes, by the way, when you have a problem, there are these smaller problems that you can actually even look and you look and you just you just leave it. But any smaller problem, you want to make it look like it is the worst of the worst. Even when somebody says, please don't pass with your motorcycle on that road. Reason being, in front there, it is not yet properly cleared. Hey, he stopped my husband from passing on the road. He's threatening my... First, understand where is the problem. Because let me tell you, because I was seeing, she was accusing, accusing Uncle Mo that was blocking the husband from going down there. Remember, they are still working on the road that is connecting to this house. And that road goes up the other side. So when they told you that, you see, that road, it is not yet okay. In front there, a motorcycle cannot easily move well because they have dug the road to level it up. Now your husband comes out and make a different story. Then you come out before, first of all, understanding what is the problem. What's the problem? You see, when there is a problem, sit down and sort it out. But when you start jumping here and there, you are here, it becomes a problem. And that leads to what I'm going to bring here. Let me tell you, you see, the biggest problem with actually helping some people, the first time when you're helping them, they will appreciate. They will appreciate and they will praise you. The first time when you're helping them, they will appreciate, they will praise you, they will say all good things about you. The second time, they will start anticipating. They will start now anticipating. The third time, they'll develop expectation. You know? And you see, when somebody start reaching that level of expecting something from you every time, you know, it is starting to become a problem. It is start to becoming actually a problem. And these are the challenges that the travel command is actually facing. Some of these individuals, they reach a level of every time expecting something from the travel command. You know? And when they're expecting and you give, they develop that entitlement in them. You know? They develop that entitlement in them. You know? That it is now your work. They must get it. They must get it from you, whether you like it or not. They must get it. And when you reach that level of entitlement, people start looking at you like everything you need to, they should get it. They should get it from you. And after entitlement, the moment they become so comfortable, now they know that they can actually depend on you for everything. Now that is where the total mess start coming from. When a whole community depends on you as an individual, it becomes a problem. And that is where hatred start coming from. A lot of YouTubers in this village of Nyabohansi, at first they were appreciating the travel commando. And every time they go to the travel commando's compound, they develop that heart of, a feeling. They anticipate that if I actually go to the travel commando's home, I will have a collaboration. A collaboration. So long as they are there, in their minds, they have that feeling that they anticipate maybe at this time it's going to give me a collaboration. So now every time they will have that heart, they will be expecting it to happen. And if you are not going to do a video with them, they expect you to give them something. And if you don't give them that thing, it is now, the other part of entitlement start now, fading off. And that is where now dependency and what start have, they start having that bitterness. What I've mentioned here, they are like 6 things. They will appreciate you every time. They will be, they will anticipating that, at least something should happen. Then every time they expect something, now they start developing that heart of entitlement. We are, the home of the travel commando is now like our home. They become so comfortable, that everything at the travel commando's home is now ours. If they want something, when they want school fees from you, they can easily get it. That level of dependency is actually what has now become a problem to the travel commando. Because some of these people in this community, they expected the travel commando actually to be educating their children. And when these kids are taken to school and the sponsors stop paying school fees for some of them, they start now blaming the travel commando that he is actually the real cause of these sponsors stopping to educate their children. Entitlement. You know? So in life, even when you have family members, whom you are helping, do not make them to be very, very comfortable to the level that they cannot do something without you. The moment they reach that level that they can not do anything without you, you as a person, you will become a problem to them the day you are going to stop to support them. And that is where division, hatred, and all kind of things will start happening, including some of them even starting to threaten your life. A family member, a friend can be dangerous if you make them to be very, very comfortable, to you. They become a mess. They become a mess. Now, you have seen when the travel commando started distancing himself from these villagers, they started looking at him like he's a problem. And yet, actually, these individuals, they are not realizing that the travel commando was only trying to create, to make them to know how to fish. But now, for them, they are not looking at it in that way. They have a sense of entitlement that everything that happens at the travel commando's place actually belongs to them. And the reason why you see some of them are saying, whether the travel commando is putting a gate. By the some of them they were questioning, why has he built a wall fence? Why has he built a gate? Why is he putting cameras? Some of them are even suggesting to break that wall fence supposed to be put down. That is the level now they have reached. Because a lot of these individuals, they were actually over depending on the travel commando for almost everything. Almost everything. And it's very, very bad. Don't make a human being reach that level of comfort. Now you can imagine if you are the main person in a family, and then let us assume that one day you leave the village, you go somewhere, switch off your phone. Do you know it is possible that people can sleep hungry because you are not there? Because they were used, getting food from you in a very, very simple way. So when you see some of these individuals actually hating the travel commando, it is because a lot of them had developed that heart of entitlement, that, and also everything is surrounded about. Do you know some of them, that reach a level that they could not believe that when they leave the travel commando's home, people will still continue watching their platforms. In the mind, at the back of their heads, they thought that for you to get views, you must be making videos at the travel commando's place. And the travel commando was telling them that no, even when you go and make videos out of my home, still your videos, people can be in position to watch them. Just do the right thing and keep on loading videos each and every day. Some of them could still go and peeping at the fence of the travel. Even up to now as we speak. Some of them are still moving around there. You can even see some of them have left. They have left the travel command. But you still see somebody putting, the picture of the home of the travel command on their thumbnail. Because they don't believe in themselves. If some of us were having that type of attitude, we will not be here. You need to believe in yourself that you can actually do it. You can make it. Me as an example. The first videos that I started actually releasing, people actually thought I was a negative reactor. Some individuals even were abusing me, by the way. Some individuals. Because at first, people were not understanding the way I was actually framing, coming up with my videos. Now, for those who could watch me, because somebody could come and watch a video, maybe 2 minutes, like, this is a negative reaction, and you find somebody now coming out to insult me. The first person to actually comment on this platform, and was telling people that, please, listen first, watch the video first, don't rush to comment, was actually Janet Iris. Big up to you. Big up to you and much respect to you. You are actually one of the wisest people that we have in these platforms. Mama Janet Harris. Big up to you. Because she actually know. She takes her time to study people. She takes her time to actually study people. And let me tell you, in this world, if you don't look for your own strategy, people will not believe in you. Because I remember very, very well, the first video that I put out as a learner, around 70-something people watched it. And it started growing. That one video, by like 3 or 4 days, it was around around 250. It was a good start, actually. But reason being, what I put outside there, people watched it well. They realized that I was actually making sense in that video, even if it was my first video. Why am I saying this? It is not all about going to the travel commando's place and him giving you shout out. You can actually build yourself. There are individuals who have gone to the travel commando's place and they have actually failed. They are there. They have failed. The reason being, you need first to develop passion for something. But you see, there are people who just go because other people are going. They are there. First develop passion for something and then take a step that let me go to the travel commando to get shoutouts. And I'm not saying this that people should go to the travel commando. You can also make it yourself. Me, I was here. But the platform have grown. It has grown. And when people start believing in you, people now come out and say, there is actually so and so. But first of all, put in the work. It is not all about jumping here, making noise in the villages, to be noticed. You can actually be noticed in a smart way. These are some of the things that these young men, who are confused, don't understand. In the village of Nyabuhansi, there is already a very, very big advantage. A very, 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 very big advantage. That when you keep on releasing videos from the village of Nyabuhansi, and you're actually making good videos, and you know what you're talking about, and people can appreciate, people will actually support that individual who is coming from that village of Nyabuhansi. And this is what some of these young YouTubers from that village don't understand. For them, what they want to grow in one day. They want to grow in one day. And even when they grow in one day, they don't maintain the standard of releasing videos each and every day. The travel commando is always releasing videos and videos each and every. Now there are individuals like Kukuman who posts a video today, he posts after 1 week, he posts. So you find in a month he has posted like 3 or 4 videos. You know? And you expect to be in the level of the travel commando. A travel commando who have been there for all these years is still posting videos each and every day. And you who is posting videos one after the one, and you feel you can be in the level of the travel commando. It can never happen. You know, it can never happen. Even when you look at the so-called the fisherman, you know, when you make videos with a lot of hate, a lot of bitterness, you know, time is actually going to reach that you start fading away. You know, because actually individuals are now starting to realize that this is a very, very arrogant person and he does not listen. And let me tell you, people actually don't want to be on the side of people who actually don't take advice. Time will reach and they get fed up of you. You know? And be like, no, this man does not listen. Why should I continue supporting this person? If the travel commando was having such a behavior, the travel commando YouTube platform actually, as we speak, would not be there. But because he has maintained the standard, you will not hear the travel commando coming out in his platform, you know, abusing people, insulting people, talking badly about people. You will never hear him. Even when people are throwing a lot of words towards him, you will never hear him. You know, you will never. And that is what has actually been pushed to maintain that YouTube platform and people believing in him up to now. Even when you see those individuals who are in this other platform talking about him, you know, they still go back to watching. Reason being, however much their minds are divided, on the other part of their brains, they still know that the travel commando is actually a good person. You know, you can see when he posts a video, you know, for example, when the car was brought, you know, when the car was brought, he bought a car, the new car in the village. Within like 2 days, that video was actually in 100 and something thousand views. That shows you that even those individuals who actually pretend that hates him, they actually want to see the good things that is coming towards the travel commando. You know? But if it was a person who is behaving like these frogs in this village, who are actually jumping up and down, nobody would be in position to trust the travel commando with their finances. You can imagine a person whom you have not met in your life, you know, is actually, you know, believing in you, that when he gives you his money, you will put it into right use. That is the level that the travel commando has now reached. And it is very hard to break it. Very, very hard. Because he has been tested, he has been proven, and now people know that if you want something to be done right, the only person who can do it is actually the travel commando. And nobody else. Nobody else. Some individuals that have been tested by giving them to distribute the greens and what in the villages. But they fail. Eggs. You know, you move in the village giving somebody 3 eggs. A family of 5 or 6, you're giving 3 eggs. What is that really? You know? So sometimes when you see people talking about the travel commando and what, let me tell you, at the back of their minds, they actually know that he's a genuine person, he's a good person, and he's the person when you give him the task, he will actually perform. Proven. Completely proven. You know? We actually saw it with Mama Ann's family. That house. He was able to make it. And there is nobody, no YouTuber that I've seen that can actually commit himself in doing something like the travel command. I've not seen. You tell me that one YouTuber that you know, that when he starts doing something like the travel command, he will actually perform like the travel command. You tell me one of those YouTubers that you know. You know? Tell me one of those YouTubers that you believe that he can actually perform like the travel in that community. Tell me. There is actually none. There is actually none. Tell me one of those YouTubers in that community that can actually easily offer himself to do work freely like Mayuguno. You tell me if they are there. Tell me. A man who will just come by himself and say, boss, I'm going to do it for free. You tell me that YouTuber that you know. Tell me that YouTuber who can be willingly, not being forced, not being doing what, not being coerced, not being threatened, who can actually come out and do things like the way Mayuguno does. Let me tell you, there is actually a lot of hatred towards Mayuguno. It's the truth. Let me tell you, when you see people like this, there are individuals who have actually been saying, like Cookman, he has been saying, that Mayuguno does not come from Kenya. He comes from Tanzania. Let me tell you, the truth is, there are Kenyans who are in Tanzania, and there are Tanzanians who are actually in Kenya. It's the truth. But you see, the reason why they're bringing all these kind of stories, it is because Mayuguno is progressing more than them. If these individuals were progressing more than Mayuguno, you would not be actually hearing them even speaking. Because they would be calling Mayuguno a nobody. That's a nobody. But because they're seeing Mayuguno is performing, and it's not a person who is jumpy like a frog. And he's doing well. Even when people try taking sponsors from him, I can assure you Mayuguno has not failed. He has not. You heard the travel commander was saying that he's planning to slab his house, which is a good thing. So Mayuguno is actually a straightforward person. A person who does things. That boy he's not educated. He completely didn't know English, but he's performing more than people who had gone to school. When you look at the so-called, the fake village leader in the village, can you compare him with Mayuguno as we speak? You cannot. Reason being, Mayuguno has common sense in his mind when he's doing something. And he's a very, very sharp man. You can imagine the man who have not gone to school, but he has come up with that plan for that house. The one now they are building. He did not go to school, But he can be in position to actually give you a very, very good plan for the house. A plan that works. A plan that works. And a plan that somebody who have gone to school, when he sees it, he will appreciate it. That is Mayuguno. And it's a talent. There is no way you are going to remove that from Mayuguno, whether you like it or not. There is no way. And there is no way you can remove the blessing and the talent and the gift the travel commando is having. Even if you want to fight him from day one up to the end, you will not remove that gift from him. Anything that the travel commando touches, he progresses. He progresses. And it's the reason why people actually people hate him. But I can assure you, even those who pretend that they hate the travel commando, at some point when they sit, they actually realize that they're doing something wrong. Human beings are really, really very, very difficult to deal with. Very, very difficult. Even if you want to feed a human being from today until he leaves this earth, I can assure you at some point they'll turn against you. And the travel commando is a weakness. People whom he was able to feed, remember the so-called Gaity, remember the fake teacher, remember Joyce's diary, a lot of them, the fisherman, he fed them, he shared a drink with them. But you see what they did. What they did exactly. So that shows you that a human being, when you make them to be very comfortable with you, they will actually take you for granted. Just like some of these individuals whom the travel commando was able to grow their channels, educate some of their children, they still want more from him. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please, always come back to my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. The truth is, the travel commando has tried and is still trying his best to change the narrative in this village. But the only problem is that the people who is dealing with are individuals who are short-sighted, people who cannot see what the travel commando is actually seeing. And that is where the problem is. Please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. I really want to send a very, a thank you word to all of you who have been in position to watch this video from the beginning up the end. And please remember always to put a notification bell. And much respect to all of you. And also a very special greetings to all my good moderators. Thank you so much for supporting and also ensuring that everything is moving well in this platform. I really do appreciate. I would also want to send a very special greetings to all of you watching me from the USA, UK, Canada, and all of you from the Caribbean, and not forgetting my good people here in Africa. Big up to you, much respect, and I would also want to send a very special greetings to Emeka. Emeka, big up to you, and much respect, much blessing. Let's meet again in our next video. God bless all of you. See you again in our next one.